important, and they could apply at almost any age. So it's important that people understand a lot about Roths. And in general, to improve your financial position, you have four main things. You can make more money, you can spend less, you can invest better, and you can save on taxes. And with these various retirement accounts, you can save a lot on taxes. And that's the whole justification for these retirement accounts. It's saving on taxes and making sure that the money isn't spent. And Roths have a lot of advantages, but the main disadvantage with Roths, and it's a real psychological hurdle, you have to pay your taxes up front. And for a lot of people, that's just an overwhelming psychological disadvantage. And the important thing you have to realize is you may pay less early on than you would down the road. So you have to weigh that. There are a lot of factors, and people want an exact answer, but in a lot of cases, in everything I do, the answer is it depends on your particular situation. And people want an exact answer; they don't want to hear anything. But that's the way it is. So in any case, with some changes in the tax law now, anybody can do a Roth conversion. To go straight into Roth, your income has to be below a certain level.
What is that level?
It depends whether it comes up all the time. Whether it's individual income, if you're a joint filer, and whether you have a pension account at work. So somewhere in the $100,000 to $200,000 range would be the limit on going straight into the Roth, depending on these other things.
Pension not meaning a 401k. Pension is like the company puts the money in there, you have to chip in with it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So 401k is that.
So, I encourage particularly younger kids who have a long-term time horizon and don't have high income, if they have any savings at all, to establish a Roth, or for their parents to help them get a Roth, because then they have a long, backing up a step, the main advantage of the Roth is you take money out of the Roth tax-free if it's been in there for a long enough period and you're over the retirement age of 59 and a half. There are other exceptions for hardship and medical expenses and other things, but the basic idea, this is a long-term savings vehicle, and you have a huge tax advantage. Now, other reasons you would do a Roth, if you're not going to need the money soon, because with a regular IRA, for example, you have to start taking distributions once you hit 70 and a half. With a Roth, you never have to take distributions. So if somebody has excess savings, for example, they have money they want to pass on to their kids, this is a great vehicle. Or even for themselves, for later in retirement, they can keep it in there. I mean, for people that are younger, it's hard to believe that you'll eventually be in your 80s or maybe 90s if you do well, but a lot of people aren't going to live into their 90s. Social Security estimates a quarter of people that hit full retirement age will live into their 90s. So at that point, it's nice to have this tax-free income that's accumulated for that whole period.